Hi guys, welcome to Hashtag Shout. It's another episode. I'm SteveJones313 along with Geek King and Walker One. We're actually in the middle of a conversation, so I thought I might as well just start recording here and continue the conversation. We're talking about which players would be the most horrible or awkward to watch your girlfriend or, for you guys out there, so your boyfriends might have. It would be horrible to watch.
Boyfriends, girlfriends, dogs, whatever.
Well, not so much dogs, because Americans have a real thing about...
I've been out with a couple of dogs.
Well, we know you have. But Americans say, a few things about, how, same sex would lead to eventually the man and dog. So let's not get into that right now.
But
the reason we came this up with was because, for those who don't know, Funk has some rather important news.
I have a female
companion.
Female companion.
The Traveller has a female companion.
Which is weird.
Fuck, I never thought about it like that.
Sideboard! But yeah, and my lass is an actress, and she's in Grease as part of the ensemble. Which, the funny part is that Geek came to me a couple of days ago.
When we were in Newcastle.
In Newcastle. And
other burger joints available.
And he said to me, is it not going to be a bit weird with her being in Grease, bear in mind the characters? And I went, well, no, because she's not one of the leading roles.
The thing is about Grease, right? The one thing I will say about Grease, apart from that it's all shit, right? There's one line in one song which makes me go, hang on a second. Did she put up a fight? And you would think...
I think he means play it hard to get.
Yeah, and that's when you hear it, perfectly fine. When you watch the movie...
Did she put
up and he puts up his dukes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, the connotation.
Did she pile up?
Yeah,
but anyway...
I continue to talk as I attempt to trim my moustache.
Yes, I was saying...
Live, everybody!
Oh, motherfucking bed, piece of shit!
Hey! That's my bed.
Sorry, Steve with the motherfucking piece of bed shit, man.
There you go.
Point is, we were talking about the fact that Mars isn't the leading role, so I don't really have to worry. She just dances.
Because obviously there would be Sandy, and we all know how that goes.
God, no, but... And,
imagine some of the roles. I mean, I've seen Grease many times because of my sister is in love with John Travolta from Grease, which is so weird.
But yeah, it's and then
so imagine Summer Lovin'.
Yeah, which
I often imagine Summer Lovin'.
I want to bottle a guy.
When the guy turned around and he's talking about your ass.
Yeah.
But he's not. But you're sitting there the whole time thinking, wait a minute, you made you did what on the stand?
You did what?
You did what? When?
Her name is real precious.
So then what?
And then you've got like the likes of Sandra Dee and where they take the piss out your ass. Yeah. And at the end, you're the one I want.
You are the one I want. Oh, I didn't fuck with that song. But yeah, so the thing is, Geek turned around.
Electrified!
So Geek turned around and said, so what would be like the list of the worst? And me and Stephen agreed on the top spot because Stephen has actually just fucking danced. Has just danced into the room. But yeah, I think we agreed on top spot being Phantom of the Opera for 2 songs, Past the Point of No Return. Yeah, Past the Point of No Return and All I Ask of You, because...
All I Ask of You isn't too bad.
All I Ask of You!
Phantom of the Opera is by far worse song.
By the way, I don't know if that sounds anything like it, because I've never seen it.
No.
All I ask of you.
I wasn't far off to take the piss.
But yeah, and
for a shot of dog,
After that, we go to Greece. Then we move.
I got chills.
They're multiplying.
It's electrified.
Okay,
and finger up the socket. Why do I feel the need for a Miller yogurt right now?
After that, we have Chicago because
I think I'm far too old for anybody else to get that joke.
Chicago because of the First Week Cell Block Tango, which would be very good in a private show, but not.
He had it coming.
Yeah, he had it coming. It's actually
and you've got to, you're all going to be sitting there in a theatre full of other people watching your lass for the majority of the time prance around in underwear.
Yeah, the last time anything even bigger than that happened with any girl in her face. So the point is,
we're probably talking about the worst subject for me right now.
Oh yeah, like me and Steven, what you have to realise is me and Steven have paranoid brains at
No. That's not why. Yeah, I'm paranoid. No, you see, you know how... The thing is, when you have a long-distance relationship, you kind of end up in certain, cycles and habits. You kind of start off with this, kind of paranoid, bit when you're like, I wonder what's happening this year, because obviously my last lives over 3,700 miles away at the moment. You get the paranoid cycle, then you get into the whole missing cycle. Like, oh my god, I'm so sad. Not missing a cycle as in I'm pregnant, you know. The only thing I'm going to give birth to is a Mars bar, probably. But then you get...
Tips.
Yeah, but then you get... I'll be sure it's a C-section. But then... it's fine, it comes out in a multi-pack, in the wrapper and everything.
Oh, right, that's right.
Tips in them all.
But then you get to the other cycle, where as a man, you miss your lass, in more ways than one.
I mean, we know where this is going.
Yeah. So now you're talking about, your partner's dancing on stage in their underwear. That's me going,
well, you know what I mean? It's like...
I start visiting the Shout cosplay Tumblr a lot more.
There's plenty on there. And now they've got a Wolverine just to break up the house.
That's awesome, like Phoenix, Mystique,
X-23.
X-23.
Oh, yeah. Ah, Wolverine! Wolverine!
Raven, Starfire.
What are you doing, Bob? It's more along lines
Well,
of...
nobody's watching.
It's more lines of X-23.
Now that's what I call an X-Man.
Right, Funk, you're going to play the guy scrolling through. I'm going to take the picture, okay? X-23. Action shot of X-23. Phoenix.
You may be asking the wrong guy.
Satana. Power Girl. Wolverine! Wolverine! Wolverine!
Wolverine! Cool.
Raven. Starfire. American Dad! American Dad! Wolverine. Not finished yet? Jesus. I'm done by the time I hit Starfire. That's sexy.
If you could hit Starfire, you wouldn't have to wank.
Are we doing this in real time? Because we're going to take a little
But but the problem is, if you're watching your girl in like Phantom of the Opera,
you want to kill people.
Oh god! By the time you get to point of no return, you think there is no fucking point of return here, and there's a fact. You'd think it's bad enough when, because I've just realised it's bad enough when you see a point of no return because Phantom's like caressing the last one. Although in a movie, it's hilarious because he actually stands behind her, grabs her hand, and makes her do it. So he could look right at Raoul and go, "Not doing anything. It's all her, not me.
No touching. I get mad.
Why are you molesting yourself? Why are you molesting yourself?"
Yeah, it is basically about just going like, "Why touching yourself?"
But then,
why are you flicking your bean? Why are you flicking your bean?
But then at the end, the thing is.
By the way,
off the toast because it is like pizza toast.
A word of advice: never flick it. Actually, that's pretty
Can we
true.
not talk about that?
I don't know what kind of show you think I'm going to see, but it's not that kind of show.
Let me see. You know, there's always backstage.
You know when they say grease, they don't mean they're going to be rubbing it on themselves.
A sad little thing mentioned grease. I just remembered the man who animated the beginning of the movie. You know, the guy that's split and that. It passed away last week. He's a well-known animator. He did a load of animations in the 1960s and stuff like that for Danger Mouse and stuff like that. I can't remember the name right now, but he passed away last week at the age of 78.
It's a shame.
I think it was 78. Yeah.
But what I was saying is the scene after Point No Return, they're actually in the Phantom's lair. And he gets it. He has a trap where Raoul's caught in a. He's caught with a noose. Yeah, and he says, "You now have to choose." Now you're sitting there in your head going, "Choose me," but you now have to choose between these two prickathons, and you're going, "Oh, I really don't like this." Now because somewhere in the back of your head, you don't want to make it, but you kind of want to make the joke of, "Why don't you just double up?"
Put your hands together.
Here's the thing.
No, because
and
I found out when I first watched that film. Sorry, when I first watched that film, I would. Well, one of them is wanting to kill you if you don't go with him. The other one is an arrogant prick. So I say, fuck off and leave them both.
I say.
And I say she dies after that because the Phantom is a fuck off prick and wants to kill.
Do you know there's a sequel film to the Phantom of the Opera?
I like to put out a sequel musical.
Same. Phantom of the Opera 2. And you get to find out who she picks and who she marries and all that jazz.
Yeah, you find that Raoul is an absolute dick as well. It's like, wow! Shock of the century!
Raoul is a dick and the Phantom is actually the biggest good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has his misguided moments, but he's still a nice guy. I know this.
Alright.
I know this because I got the lecture off my last for a good day.
So let's look at non-musical
movies?
roles. No,
Oh,
it's still on Broadway, still on stage, right? On the West End, wherever, Bollywood. I don't know what Bollywood call their version of it. What?
Every time someone says Bollywood, I think of that restaurant that used to be that might still be the restaurant. It's just like random music videos. You're just what the fuck is going on?
Right, so the worst...
So, we're making non-musical play. You know, there's some pretty fucking romantic ones. Ghost, yeah, that'll be up
musical.
There. Is it a musical?
On Broadway it is.
Oh, I thought they just made it a play.
No, Broadway.
we're just doing plays.
Yeah, just plays.
Yeah, just plays.
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, so yeah, Shakespeare would come into it, yeah.
Othello.
As you said, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
Just to get the Shakespeare's
The
out of the way.
Taming of the Shrew, because you just want to punch the dudes.
Like, yeah, my lads would never
My Fair Lady?
never seen it.
I know what you're on.
Yeah, that's that one where she goes from talking like this to talking like this. Yeah, she goes from talking like a Cockney man to talking like a fucking Cockney posh man.
That play that there's a play that Emma Watson was in. She did I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a movie. She did a play very briefly, and there's a scene where she's in her underwear. Can't remember what it was. Oh well. And before people correct me and say it was a movie, she did that in a movie as well.
Google.
At least it wasn't a question with Harry Potter.
Emma Watson underwear.
You might as well just go and Google it. There you go. Don't even...
But yeah,
Dancing in her underwear. Because she did it in the Perks of Being a Wallflower in the movie that you say.
I know that one. But she did play very, very briefly. But I can't remember what it was.
I'm now going to go through.
Although, in fairness, it is equally possible that I dreamt it because, you know.
Well, the thing is,
by the looks of it, it may have been a dream, dude. Because the only thing that comes.
Not a bad dream, right?
No.
Yeah. There was a play I'm thinking of as well.
Apparently, she does it again in Bling Ring.
yeah, this is another musical. But by the way, another terrible one would be We Will Rock You, because
Queen,
every one of the female cast is in this grunge, like fishnets and short skirts and. Well, that's
see, I don't like fishnets. I like tight, but not fishnets. Stockings and all that, fine, but fishnets. I don't know what it is.
I have to admit, the grunge look kind of gets me.
I think every time I see fishnets, I just think back in mathematics, like all the fucking horrible shit we had to do with the fucking grid paper and stuff. I don't know what it is about fishnets. I don't know why I hate fishnets. Maybe because I think it's fishing. I don't know.
Maybe back in your previous life, you were killed by Atlantans.
That comment got mad shocked, yo.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what happened. I remember I was in a conversation with someone which involved. I really wish it was the funniest conversation I've had in a long while, and I've completely forgotten all of it. Which it's fantastic. You know, I am the most boring fuck on this show, and as soon as I think of something funny, forgot.
So what about? All right, we've done plays and whatnot, but what about the big screen or the small screen?
Pretty Women.
Trinity and Matrix.
Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts.
What are the films?
Yeah, but would you rather have seen her do Pretty Woman with what's his fucking name? Richard Gere, as it was, or as it was proposed once upon a time?
Al Pacino
was proposed to be Richard Gere.
Al Pacino would probably be more of a gentleman.
It wasn't. No, suck my cock. I paid you. Now you work!
Yeah, he says that as an actor playing a character. No.
Yeah, but I mean, the role, you can imagine him changing the role.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, behind the character, the actor himself. Richard Gere comes across as being very...
Buddhist.
Yeah, he's an Egypt. Whereas Al Pacino, I can imagine being very respectful of people's rights and all.
What else is there?
There's a ton of fucking movies out there.
Alright, what TV roles would you not like to see? Obviously, you've bossed you out of this one because you don't really watch TV.
No, there are some I wouldn't want to see.
Any female extra on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, you mean Barney's?
Yeah, because there's like a 99% chance.
I would be worse than that. Mine personally, I have, you know me, I have no fucking paranoia in my body, and especially not when it comes to women, because fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I wouldn't bother if play an extra. What's the chance? What's going to happen? You're either going to see her running around in half her clothes, and imply the body fucks her. Great. Neil Patrick Harris is a gay man.
Yeah, that's like
an openly gay man, so it wouldn't bother me at all.
I wouldn't mind the fact that Neil Patrick Harris worked with it, because like, if it were hypothetically my last in the future, I would be like, fuck, does this mean I get to meet him as well?
No. It's not does this. It's sweet, I'm meeting MPH. But for me, in How I Met Your Mother, it would be the role of, two roles actually. Lily.
Oh yeah.
Because her and Marshall.
And Robin.
Or Robin. Because of the fact that Robin starts off as this single woman, and then goes through and has like a few boyfriends, and then is with Ted, who's a straight man, and then eventually ends up married. So you got to wait like 5 seasons before she even hooks up with the gay guy in the show.
Yeah. See, for me, television programs tend not to fit, as you said, as I watch them. The only things I wouldn't want her to be involved in are reality TV, and I use reality in quotes, so especially Big Brother.
Oh,
the funny thing is, she was going to be in Big Brother at one point. She was going to be the American Big Brother Couples Edition, but she's going to go in with a friend of hers. And the thing is, the couples don't necessarily mean relationship, just two people who know each other going in. But at the last minute, they turned it down for somebody else, which was like, fair enough. And she asked me my opinion, and she said she was going to do it anyway because the fee that you get for being on the show, there was a fee to be on the show. There was a fee to be on the show anyway that they would pay you, and then obviously if you won, it was $70,000.
It's a ridiculous amount of money, yeah.
But for me, it's that first of all because either my privacy was going to be invaded by people demanding who I was, being the partner, or everyone was going to make up shit about it, and then I'd be going, actually, that's my partner. In fact, right on YouTube, a good friend of mine, who you guys have heard of, Violent Chill, who makes plushies, got to meet the cast of Hannibal, who were doing a panel at Comic Con.
Yeah.
And she gave one of them a plushie she made of them, and it's on YouTube, it's on news and all that jazz, and she's been featured. You even see her in the video giving it to them, right? And she says in this video, oh, that's where they gave him it. Her face is her YouTube icon. She's on the video. Her YouTube account links to her DeviantArt profile where you see her, where you see her plushies, and the plushies she made, and you can see her on her YouTube channel doing these videos. So when she says that, one guy comments, no, you're not. So I reply, yeah, she is. And I give this thing called, evidence. And I go on this tower, and after he just goes, no, she's not. And it's just like,
trolls.
So here's the thing. Imagine me sitting there, say, that's my last year I'm talking about, my birthday. No, it isn't. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And you'd say, and it's just... And then when she gets out and she's wondering why you're spending 30 years in prison.
It's because, see, what he needed was an arc-like reactor, but in his face. So now everyone calls him Button Nose, but not for the reason you would think.
But no, I think when it comes to when your partner's...
I saw a pretty laughable Button Nose today.
Button Nose is cute.
Yeah. The thing is, part of me really wants to be an actor, but one thing I would never get over is if I had to kiss like another member of the cast, because then I'm like, but I don't want to. I don't care how hot they are, you know. I mean, obviously, for me, funny enough, the uglier they are, the easier it would be. You know, it's like,
I think,
but if they're really pretty,
yeah,
then it's like, this ain't gonna go down well with the missus.
I once had a conversation like that where we were just chatting, and it was also like almost like a Martian limo on the shows. I mean, if I had a kiss last on stage, would you care? But you won't leave me. I was like, alright, fair enough. I just sat there and went, oh, what about that episode where Marshall and they were talking about the reaches?
Yeah, mine was great because I had a similar thing like that, but my last at the time wasn't an actress. It was more of a case of, she's pretty. She's what? Don't worry. Say she's pretty. Turned out I wasn't the reacher. I was a settler.
Thing is, I remember having this conversation with a former partner, and the question was, if they kissed someone of the same sex, like i.e. the woman, would I be upset? And I said, yes. I said, why? He says, because that would be cheating. She says, would you not think it's sexy? Well, possibly, but it's cheating. And I wouldn't abide it.
Well, even if they did it for your amusement.
I would never want it to be for my amusement.
I don't comprehend that,
okay,
but I
let me
understand
put it this way. If we weren't official, if the thing was we were just having fun, I wouldn't give two shits.
And both parties understood that you were just having fun.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's a big problem for people.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So basically, if you're like, look, we're not exclusive, we're just fucking, or whatever, or like, we're not tied down, do what you like.
Or you could be tied down if you really want to.
It doesn't, that wouldn't bother me. But if it's exclusive, it's like, I'm not going around kissing other people, I'm not going around doing that stuff. So, like, if my current fiancée, no, she wouldn't, if she ever did, my response would be, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And what I hate, and we supposedly live in a world full of feminists, I've had women come up to me and say that, oh, there's something wrong with it. And I say, well, what happened if I kiss another guy? And they go, well, that would be fine. And my head I'm going, so basically, what we're saying is, it's perfectly legit to cheat on your partner, provided it's with someone of the same sex.
Yep.
What if I went, funny enough, I've asked pretty much every, homosexual friend I have, what if your partner kissed someone of the opposite sex? And they've all said the same thing. They consider it cheating. So how come when you're straight...
Does that mean if you're transsexual, do you have a special rule book?
No.
Because that'd just be like...
Transsexual isn't the same as sexual orientation. Transsexual is what you believe to be, but it's not about what you fancy.
And often...
Transsexual is how you identify yourself.
And more times than not, they view themselves as straight, just in their own body.
Yeah. But it has no bearing on what you fancy.
I know, but it said that it's okay to kiss a member of the same sex.
It would be what you identify yourself as, but I can see your point.
Yeah.
Now I see your point.
Now you see your point.
Well, it's the operation anyway. But,
Cataracts.
I think it's funny that if you're straight, it's perfectly fine to kiss on the opposite sex. Because that's not cheating. It's like, okay, how? How does that even work? I could fuck a woman, and that's cheating, right? Okay. I fuck her, I kiss a man, that's not cheating. So what point does it become cheating? When there's actual sex involved. Am I allowed to? But the thing is, as guys, a lot of them are like, what if I find out if you slept with the last? I just wish I was there. Ask a lass, what would you think of a guy fucking a guy? Oh, I'd leave him. Oh, right, so hang on, now we're getting more distinction here. And I'm not going to go on a massive thing about rights here. What I am going to say is, when people say to me, oh, so you're going to consider your last kissing another lass cheating? It's like, yeah, because there is absolutely zero difference between that and her kissing a guy. None.
Well, I mean, there's boobs. That's about it.
Yeah, okay, boobs, your point.
Well, there is a difference. But it's more in biological aspects rather than...
Yeah, but it's like, how did it, on a value level, how does it change anything?
Oh, I wasn't doing that value level, I was just pointing at boobs.
It's like...
Boobs are awesome.
It's like, it makes a difference to me. I mean, because then, do you factor in how attractive the person you're cheating on is with?
Factor in the boobs.
Does it become cheating if the woman's ugly, in your opinion?
No, it's just misguidance.
That's my point. You don't. I mean, everyone views cheating differently. Some people consider flirting with other people cheating. I think that's ridiculous.
I think when it comes out, it depends on the level. Like, if you're just telling someone you think that they're cute or you think that they look nice, that's fair enough.
Flirting is suggestive. I think once you start doing shit like sexting or cyber, that's when you're looking at cheating territory. Because anything outside of that is pretty much cheating. Flirting, the suggestion of it, actually doing something, which in the physical form would be...
I think the problem with flirting as well is everyone has different views on what... Oh my god, that phone.
There's an alarm going off.
Hello.
Call on the show.
Hello. So,
Hello.
Hello. What's up? I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Sorry, who are you with? Who are you with? Who are you with? Alright, fair enough. Well, I'll see what I'll do. I'll give you a ring, okay? Yeah, in a bit. Bye. Bye. Anywho, back to the show.
Yeah, people have different ideas of what.
One moment.
Yeah.
The interruption was for.
Oh, my friend Duggan bringing me, asked me if I want to go out, meet him and Jack, and I was like, I'll see what I can do.
We heard all that fast.
I mean, also, when you're trying to tell somebody what happened on the phone, and they were there for your side of it, you still feel compelled to go, and I said.
Because, but yeah, right, anywho, back to show.
Yes, flirting.
I think
different people have different ideas of flirting, yes.
Yeah, before, this was a situation that happened a while ago. I'm not going to mention any names. Me and was chatting to this other guy. And when she tried to go to me, this other guy got pissy and moany. Because he was like, oh, she was leading us on. To which my response was, well, how so? Well, this is what you were saying. I was like, that's not leading you on. She was having a conversation with you. There's a difference. And it's like some people can, like, here's the thing. If I even think a lass is flirting with me, I will text one of my friends and just be like, okay, I'm a little scared, I'm a little confused, because I'm very bad at reading people's, like, what they're saying. So I will text, like, my friends and be like, what do you think of this? Because I just despise the idea of reading too much into something or reading not enough into something. Which is a big problem, because, like, I don't understand how you human mortals work. I don't get flirting, to be honest. I just sit and try to impress people with my awkwardness, which occasionally works. I'm like a bit of a teddy bear, to be really true. It's like I just sit there and look all cuddly.
Well,
it's like
I sit there, look all cuddly, and go, by the way, have you ever heard of something called a package bar? No, well, I could take 5 of them in a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. I think for me personally, flirting, for me, flirting is like, flirting appropriately is just like, no, you're pretty, oh, you're cute, that kind of bullshit. Flirting, heavy flirting, but without crossing a line for me, like what my lass could do and get away with, in my book, is kind of like joking about sex, joking about stuff like, basically making jokes which are obviously never gonna happen. Yeah. Like, my lass and one of my female friends were joking about being in a 3-way relationship.
Please don't kill me for the next comment, and you know who I'm asking. Get them bitches!
But, and that was like, for me, going too far is suggesting that you drop the person you're with. Like, one of my friends were like saying, you know, like, you're jumping around with me, and I'm like, right, that's too far. You know? Making a joke, for me, you can tell where my line kind of is, because the great issue is, what if they make a joke about, well, if she leaves you, you can always have me as a backup. That's my great issue. That's that joke where you're like,
I think
ooh.
on
the scale,
here is that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Here is the scale of you are safe to going to kill you.
Yeah.
You are safe is you look nice today. Oh, so do you. Thank you. You
look nice.
Yeah, you're very safe because you know what? You can say that about anyone without getting any trouble. I'm alright with that. It then goes up a few intervals to like, oh, I can see why you chose her because she's so fantastic. This is to me, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough. All right, you're still fine, whatever. It then goes to, God, you look really good today. You know, that kind of shit. That's in the middle ground, and then we start moving into the okay, check yourself, which is mainly kind of.
I think,
I'm going up the scale. Bitch, don't rub me. I'm going up my scale. Rubbing my scale.
Is she going up the scale?
No, she's going up a musical one at the minute.
Ah.
Yeah.
You can sing those high notes.
Yeah. But yeah, then it goes. the noise Stephen makes when he poops.
It is. Absolutely.
Anywho,
On a really rainy day, I'll sing an entire aria.
it's amazing. But downstairs we start like
If I have far too much coffee, I just start singing Destin Dollar.
yeah, we start pouring out the wine. We invite people over. Tickets are sold. We make a massive profit. But the point is, which is basically a
On
large.
really bad days, it sounds like the Bumblebee in there.
Yep, we make a large profit or a medium Moses at times. But yeah, and then we move on to the kind of the stuff you're talking about the sex. Like there was a day where two lasses I've known before have stood in front of me and joked about sleeping with each other instead of me, and that just makes me laugh. And Geek is showing Steven something that made us.
Cody Rhodes should not twerk, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, fuck that ass, Cody. But then we move on to like I think.
Where is that on your scale?
Well, Cody Rhodes twerking.
You tell me to pop that ass.
Pop that ass.
I think you'll find that hashtag called Boo. I fucking hate this. You can't search decent tags on the fucking Tumblr app.
Yeah, but I think the thing that really gets me is when people start ignoring my messages for other people's.
Yeah.
That's when I get annoyed. Like, when it comes to the messages themselves, when we move into the what?
People ignoring your message for the people's.
Yeah. When we get to the point where they're talking about, like, actually...
I don't know what you're talking about.
When they talk about actually sleeping with each other and actually, like, talking about love and all that jazz, and when you start ignoring my messages or something else, that's when I sit there and go, so at what point should I buy his coffin? Because that's the kind of person I am. I'll kill you, but I'll pay for your funeral.
I think on a scale of you look pretty cool today, up to honey, it's not what it looks like. I think the highest I've ever been on the scale is obviously I'm joking. That's kind of like the scale I've gone to. I try to make it very clear when I'm joking. But that's good because I do have a female friend. Pretty much view more like a sister, I think, but we constantly joke about that show all the time. Really, it's at that point now where it's like means nothing.
Yeah.
And it's almost such a banal joke, it's not worth making.
Yeah.
Just because it's been a running joke for so long. But you were saying about movies as well. The flip side is, can you imagine movies that our partners or someone that you would hate to see you in?
Oh yes.
If you're with someone who gets at it, can you imagine where their kind of limit is? Because I could see in my life pretty much anything that involves kissing a girl would be involved. Like
I guess that.
Sorry, I just had a thought. Can you imagine if I had landed in some bizarre universe where I had a body worth looking at? If I had landed the role of Wolverine, X-Men 3, the Phoenix Wolverine scene.
I was just waiting for Geek to make the obligatory "you are worth looking at" rubs his nipples joke.
I looked up and down.
Yeah. I'm not nipple worthy just yet.
But yeah,
maybe once I've lost 100 pounds, maybe.
I think.
I'm sure you can be fine with a 100 pound geek.
I kind of feel.
I think mainly
wrestling.
Oh, right.
Mainly it would come down to.
Oh, come on, right.
I imagine it would be stuff that she would hate to see me in because of the character, but also love the fact that I'm able to play the character well. Like, I imagine she would hate for me to be in Phantom of the Opera as one of the members of the male cast.
Generally, I'm single, so it's kind of hard to work this one out because obviously usually it's relying on the partner. But certain roles, the plot lines, Pacino's and Scarface. It's not a great one. He mistreats women. He has a
Bond.
Bond would probably be a really bad one, yeah.
Or Batman in The Dark Knight Rises. Bearing in mind he's got Catwoman and Talia al Ghul crawling over him.
Spoilers!
Oh, they've seen it by now.
Actually, there are people out there who haven't.
Well, you should live under a rock, you crazy old prehistoric
Anyone
kids.
that ends up in a relationship with a character that's played by Kat Dennings.
Oh, Columbus in Zombieland.
Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg, yeah.
Yeah. That any part that ends up with Emma Watson and or Emma Stone.
Yeah, I never thought I would say it, but yeah, they probably wouldn't like to see me play Ron Weasley and Harry Potter in the last two.
I would say that, but mainly just because I can't imagine you ginger.
Or I
I'm not
imagine
freak, so
I imagine she would hate to see, she would possibly love to see me play Harry Potter, but also hate it because falls in love
Jason from Twilight. Not just because it's Twilight,
because he's a llama.
but because of all that. Can you imagine being like Bella Swan going like, "Oh, get away, get away, get away!"
I imagine
I wish I could.
running towards her with a chair and a spike.
Isn't that the werewolf one? Topless all the time.
I want to say
Jacob.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I wanted to say Jacob there.
All I'm gonna say is points to me for not knowing.
And points from Funk.
To be fair, I only know because I got into an argument with a friend of mine on Twilight, and she had a go at me for it years ago, and she kept correcting me.
Angel or Spike from Buffy?
Yeah.
Oh, she would hate me as Spike because I would just be so cocky about the fact I got to play Spike.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of the scene in the I think it's the second of last season where Buffy and Spike bump uglies against the wall. Or don't forget the episode before that when they're in the top of the pub, whatever the bar they go to, and they're watching it from upstairs, and he from and starts,
Yeah. Oh, have any of you seen?
tuning up the bass.
Have any of you seen the Johnny Depp vampire flick yet?
No, not yet.
What's that?
I
It's
can't.
where Johnny.
Oh, Dead Shadows.
Yeah, have you ever seen it yet?
No, I thought it was shit.
Yeah, it's actually a really good film. It's habeas to Johnny Depp character because there was a point where her and
Doesn't the Depp character and the one who used to be who's in Bonds, they were like the one who curses him.
Yeah, they.
I'm a big fucker for.
Yeah, they start. Yeah, they start banging in the room. They break the sofa, the walls, the ceiling, the desk, the plants, the phone.
Oh,
Who hasn't done that?
Matt Smith's doctor in the special filler episode where Amy Pond is drunk as fuck keeps trying to fuck the doctor.
Yeah.
Because
Or David Tennant with Rose, David Tennant with Martha, David. Actually, no,
but they never really got that close.
Rose. Did.
Apart from Rose got the clone though.
Yeah, but it's the implied
Yeah, I know.
feelings.
Oh yeah, but the Doctor and Amy Pond would be. Yeah, that'd just be odd.
There's a lot of
Because
shit that.
he doesn't do anything. He actively tries to avoid it. Yet there's her at one point literally spreading her legs for her. He's just like, I'm over 1,000 years old. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Jon Snow.
Yes, John's all Robert
Hey,
Baratheon.
Just because he's the sexiest presenter on the Channel 4 News.
Jamie Lannister.
Do you remember that? Tyrion.
I don't watch
Tyrion.
Game of Thrones!
Right,
Oh,
Tyrion
what
is the god of tits and wine.
I don't watch Doctor Fucking Who.
Somebody tells me to do the Game of Thrones theme. I saw these two singing the Skyrim theme.
Same thing.
Game of Thrones. No, it's the catchphrase theme. Hear what he says. Hear what he says.
Thought it was Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Da, 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 da. Catchphrase didn't really have much of a theme, more symphonic synthesized sounds with this as a catchphrase, kind of almost in a Art Attack style way.
Sorry, I had a joke in my head, and then I realised by telling it, it's a bigger joke in and of itself.
Fair enough.
It's a long joke.
But yeah, there's a lot of shit out there that would be difficult to watch. Be part of. I think anytime you've got a character,
any form of live action version of any Japanese anime, no. Just no for both of us, no. Because the Japanese treat women very bad in animes, in most mangas.
Right, that's not in animes, but it's definitely in hentai. There's a
No,
big.
there's a lot of animes that do it as well, that aren't classed as hentai. They're just animes.
Well, it's Sailor Moon, which is arguably the most popular. There's Cardcaptor.
Bleach.
People keep pronouncing Sakura, but it's not. I think it's Sakura or something like that. But CCS, again, females the lead. One Piece does a decent enough job. There's some
High School Vampire Diaries.
yeah. The problem is, it's the more mature an anime becomes, the more sexualized it becomes, and the bigger the focus is on the last.
I think that's like a law or something. If not, it could be Steve's law.
Can we not make a sweeping generalization on our Japanese friends?
It's Steve's.
No, it's not Steve's law.
It's now Steve's law.
It's not
Steve's law.
I refuse to put my name Steve, and there's already a Steve's law. Thank you.
What's Steve's law?
It's a collection of.
Sorry, I'll say that in English. What's Steve's law?
Right, a while ago, me and my lass were discussing the fact that everyone should have their own set of laws.
I have my own set of laws.
Yep.
They're called the Geek's Guide to Life.
And we're working at, and it's sort of, yeah, the thing is, in order to do it, and this is a rule that we made, in order to have your own rules, you have to first publicly establish your first law, and your first law must sum you up pretty much in one go.
Funk.
For example, my partners,
Yes.
to give you an example, my partners is, diplomacy is a possibility, pain is a definite.
Funk, the first rule of geek.
Thou shalt not fear thy enemies, for thou canst squash them. Second one is thou shalt not fear boyfriends. The third one is thou shalt not fear thy enemies that can't be squashed, for thou hast geek. And fourth is the geek shall inherit the earth.
Your first
And all
law,
its treasures.
your first law pretty much defines who the fuck you're dealing with.
I shall not fear enemies I can squash.
So, like, for me personally, it's always come down to my first law is, I'm always trying to remember because it gets rephrased over and over again. So I'll have to look it up. But,
To paraphrase.
to paraphrase, it's basically along the lines of, it's not enough to be right, you have to be wise.
Huh.
It's, you can be right, correct all you want, but if you don't know why you're correct, and more importantly, if you don't know why you're not wrong,
Yeah.
you know. But it comes down to you have to be more than correct. You also have to be wise.
Yes.
So and then once you've done that, your rest of the laws could be whatever the fuck you like. They could be as banal, as weird, or as grand as you like. So the second law, if your first law is thou shalt smite all enemies, your second one could be always remember to wear black tie and fines. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, but you have to establish your first law. And your first law must be the kind of thing that people remember if you were a king.
I'm a king.
Exactly, but for the rest of us, it's if. Right. Although, actually, speaking of which, recently, I've never accepted this role of bannerman from you, but you recently promoted me above that bannerman to having my own land, apparently.
Yeah, I'm still a bannerman, but
Right.
you're just a lord.
But here's my problem.
Go to the Riverlands.
Right.
Heir to River.
Here's it. I honestly want to get.
That's right.
I honestly want to get a custom map and start this shit properly. Like, really start this shit properly. You know, there's a game called Nation States which I really want to involve in it as well. So I might start working on some kind of game that people can get involved in, where we can like.
My king's hand is right next to me.
Yeah.
He's my Lord Protector of North.
Yeah. But I really would love to get something involved in that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yes. One thing I'm actually kind of glad of, the whole Comic-Con thing, started to die down a
A little
bit.
bit, yeah. Still getting some stories.
Still
about
get
it,
some
but,
stories coming through. I'm kind of going to let it die down a bit. There's been a lot to take in. Especially when I'm still trying to catch up with comics. It's like, the last thing you want is... And then, of course, if you follow DC on Twitter, oh, dear God, the shit keeps coming out. It's like,
They're still on Twitter. Sorry, I have to be honest for no reason. They're still tweeting themselves their name as SDCC. Sorry, DC at SDCC.
Yeah, it's insane. But, you know, but I'm glad it's calming down.
Lots of interesting, cool things coming out of there.
Yeah.
I'll have some more. We'll do a full recap eventually at a later date. Probably,
Yeah.
well, if I do something on my own on a separate video.
Now, I will point out, some people may be wondering why I'm not doing the shout quiz this week. It's pretty much because I didn't feel very well last night. So I haven't got the quiz ready. We'll be doing it next week. We'll be used to fighting off for the title.
Yeah.
Same go for total markout. It's whichever one you
I
prefer.
swear to God, Geek, I will punch you in
The
the
total
soul.
markout. The total markout quiz will be next week, but it's up to you who's fighting for what, whether it's me do the quiz, Adam, or you do the quiz. I personally don't care. I'm cool these days. I have actually had someone emailed me personally about the Tom Barker quiz. And just to clarify, for both quizzes, we get upset because we're so close to winning.
Yeah, it's not that we get upset because we don't like the fact that the other won. It's because usually we'll sit there. For me, it's an esteem thing. I'll be like, "One for fuck's sake, I've lost again." For Geek, it's usually there is no challenge here. For Steven, it's I was so close.
I like to point out that I had the shortest reign of 8 days. And I'd also like to point out that, when it comes to Tom Barker, I've been there since the beginning, and I've never held it.
I am still you're reigning and defending. Hashtag Tom Barker.
I like to point out, just a little shout confession, I have no idea how the hell to read timetables, so I'm trying to read it, and basically it looks to me.
Everyone has that one thing which seems simple, but they can't do.
Like, I can't read timetables.
I can't estimate. Like, if you ask me, how long is it going to take to get from... let's say it's like, okay, I want to go from Asda.
Do you know how this is easier? You have a fucking down button.
Right?
Yeah, I've lost my down button.
But, like, say for example, you tell me the distance between 2 points, and you ask me how long it would take for me to walk it. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I can't estimate like that. Yeah. Or if you show me, or if you give me like a guess of sweets in the jar one.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to begin to estimate that.
I think
in time's another one.
You get the 5 or 6 books.
Yeah,
5 to 6.
Because you have 6, but they want to say just before half 7. Really.
Right. So which number? The 5
but
to 6?
Basically, if you give if somebody says to me,
okay,
I've got a 1 gigabyte video to upload to YouTube, and I've got a really good connection. How long is it going to take to upload? Yeah. I couldn't begin to tell you. I can only estimate if I have a point of reference, i.e. experience of doing a similar thing. So if someone asks me, well, how long is it going to take to walk from Asda to Geek's house, I would go, well, Geek lives very much near my friend, and it takes me about half an hour to walk from there to my friend's house, so it's going to take me about half an hour.
It's about
15,
20 minutes?
25 minutes.
I can work that out. But if someone says to me, well, how long is it take for you to walk in a completely opposite direction, but to a place which is a similar distance? Well, I don't know, because it might be different terrain. It might be going downhill. It might be going uphill, which I don't know. So exactly. So I have to have experience for me to be able to make that call, which is why if you ask me to judge sweets in a jar or coins in a bit, fuck you. I haven't got an idea. It's one of those simple things which people can do, but I can't do. And yeah, I'm good at maths. But is there anything like people find something that you tend to struggle with, or? Because for you, it's like timetables.
Finding tweets of the week. That's
like you're saying. Sometimes reading timetables, you're just like, "What the fuck is this?" It's great and numbers. This is ridiculous.
There's really lots of things, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Probably like measuring.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're measuring a line or something like that, or doing a straight line.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be able to get like a really good one.
Yeah.
I don't. It always curves at the fucking end.
Drawing ovals or circles.
Yeah.
Terrible.
For me, another one is like you were saying that when you're trying to measure your height. I get lost. To me, it's like trying to put up a shelf on my IKEA. I don't get like finally I was able to get close accurate because when I first measured myself, it said 5'4", but last time I checked, it was 5'5" and a half because I was doing it for the weight loss.
The half is important,
but it's not. But I'm going to be doing a weight loss vlog, so I want to know what my height was so I can work with BMI and all that jazz. But it came 5'4". That can't be right because when I've been in the docs, it's been 5'5" and a half. So I took measure after measurement, and eventually it was like involved like getting cardboard, pencils, and mirrors and shit. And eventually I was able to work out, okay, I'm 5'5", and I'm actually 5'5.2", more than 5'5" and a half. So I'm actually
getting shorter.
Well, yeah, but I think that's bound to happen. I think as well because a lot of people don't know, but like your weight can kind of shift as well because it depends on how big you are. Sometimes you can have it, and 0.3 inches. That makes sense. I have lost a lot of weight recently. So it's likely. And this is
so you lost like the weight you need to be. You're telling me like 5 foot.
No, but what I'm saying is, the fatter you are, basically, right? The more weight's distributed all over your body. Like skin fat and like fat in your skin, as well. it's very possible that you'll lose a tiny amount. You're not going to lose inches and inches and inches, but to drop from 5'5" and a half to 5'5.2 makes perfect sense, you know. And before anyone says to talk about my arse, I have had this told by a doctor before. Because at one point, you know, I was measured at 5'6". I was 5'5". I was like, well, the fairness, you've gone through years, and I did lose several stone through depression. So it was like, oh, right, you know, because it's like all over. It just, you know, bulks you up, you know. But no, I mean,
it's. Shot the words yet?
What?
Do I shot the words yet?
You can whenever you want. I've been like ready since. This is weird. I've been ready for tweets of the week from the start of the show. Me boobs.
So you want to say it then, Geek?
Tweets of the week.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we officially start tweets of the week now.
We officially start the show.
We start with
50 minutes in, and we're now starting.
We start with @Markiplier at the beginning of our tweets of the week. This is a conversation that starts.
Hello everyone, I'm Markiplier. Welcome to Tweets of the Week. Oh god! Tweet of the Week! Oh god! It's okay. It's okay. Adam is going to give us our tweets.
You're slipping now. You're good. Brilliant. You're the top of the world. And then a breeze. And you just hit me in the face.
I'm going to hit you back.
Okay. This is a conversation between some YouTubers. This is on press start, specifically 10.1%, y'all. Holler. Lol, what's that? Can't hear you over my 12% female viewership. Markiplier. I've got 33%. All the ladies love my girly screams. We then
look at the ladies.
We then move on to @John Green, who simply states, my brother is a horse. I guess it's VidCon season. And then a picture of Hank Green as a horse.
VidCon?
Mm-hmm. We now move on to a show favourite.
Oh.
Five!
Five! 10, you moron!
We're up to about 50 now.
Okay. I think let's report on the Randy Orton news. That's not exactly what we mean by intimate fan experience. #totally Cape Town. And finally, new up the show. We go to @Nathan Fillion.
Woo!
Yeah, if I send $1, can you sign it? It will make my friends jealous. No, I don't like to come between friends. There is a second one. There is a second one from Mr. Nathan Fillion. Please get off.
Stop filling my brother.
It's because there is a picture, as you know, of these front of the car windscreens that have like the entire Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Yeah. There's one that says.
It's supposed to look as if your car's parked, but the Millennium Falcon Cruiser.
Yeah. Does a Serenity version exist? Yes, it comes for a log for @Alan Tudyk's chest. And those would be my tweets of the week.
5.
Yes, 5 was there. Yes, he was. You go to sleep now.
5 tweets?
You go to sleep now. It's alright.
5.
So yes. Now, you may have noticed that in the last week's episode, in the description of the video, there were time signatures. In the video,
3, 4, 4, the general meter of the episode.
Yeah. The time signatures in the video would link you to certain topics that we cover in the show. Basically, what that is to help you guys find more what you want. If there are subjects that you feel
noodly appendage,
you can skip to those segments of the show, and you can skip to those segments of the show. You skip to those, and therefore you don't have to go through stuff that you may not be a fan of. That will be a regular feature with the shows to help you navigate through the show more easily.
No, credit to Steven. He's doing all of this while he just picked up a draft extractor and is pretending it is a penis.
But anyway, on to some random news I found. A Georgia family finds a mysterious 7-foot KFC bucket outside their front door.
The fuck?
Ooh.
This is from Zan Zimmerman of Gawker.com. It's not every day that you return home to find a 7-foot bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken sitting outside your front door. But that's not exactly what happened to the Waynesboro, George resident Alina Hedrick.
Was she black?
I was driving by, I saw this giant Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket in my yard, and I thought for sure I was hallucinating, she told NBC affiliate WAGT. So I called my teenagers who were at home and had them go outside. Sure enough, that was a giant empty bucket of the Colonel's finger-licking original.
Well, it wasn't going to be a 7-foot bucket full of chicken, was it?
Disappointed!
Hendrick ran the whole thing as music as it sounded, so posted a photo of the mysterious monument on her Facebook page. It was a little before folks started showing up to take the area's latest roadside attraction for themselves, and Hendrick began entertaining the idea of getting giant mashed potatoes to go with her bucket. But able to leave the fun well enough alone, WAGT eventually spotted the secret origin of the usual relic. It seems Hedrick rents the house from a man called Freddie Taylor who collects old signs. It was he who purchased the bucket and had it placed outside the property. That bucket right there, if you notice, it doesn't say KFC, it says Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taylor said. That bucket's probably 40 years old.
Wow.
Taylor told the station he plans to permanently display the bucket outside Hendrick's home, but she doesn't seem to mind. It's unusual, but it really makes really good landmark for people who come to our house, she said. You could just say, come down to the giant KFC bucket and turn right.
Start. I may have thrown a nuclear. Nuclear bandages!
I love that Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman told his Twitter followers, do you even lift? You don't walk around with a name like Hugh Jackman without being perpetually huge and jacked. Of course, the pressures of maintaining a ripped physique to do take their toll, and before you know it, you're living embodiment of Charles Atlas Bully. If the bar ain't bending, then you're just pretending, the musical muscle man tweeted to his nearly 3 million followers.
The musical muscle man.
Yeah.
Wow.
If the hashtag's going to be believed, Chapman, fresh off his latest reprisal with Wolverine, is currently deadlifting 400 pounds to prepare for his role in Bryan Singer's excellent sequel, Days of Future Past.
Actually, it's 450 on that, boss.
Bro, are you seriously going to take that from a guy wearing a barefoot shoe with laces? And there's a picture on there, which I will link in the description of the video.
Look at his veins popping, man.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman is...
His shoulders are moving into his chest.
Hugh Jackman, more like Hugh Jacked, man.
Oh!
That's what he does at 3 in the morning.
Anyway, from Valley... this is an article by Sam Biddle. Zynga, the failing company behind games he used to play, like Draw Something and Words with Friends, is getting desperate as it falters.
See that right there, Funk?
Yep.
Used to play.
Bloomberg reports the firm has taken silly sex app Bang with Friends to court for trademark infringement. The argument would be, of course, that Zynga has some ownership of any software titled Something with Friends, and that Bang with Friends, a casual sex service, is somehow diluting Zynga's position in the world.
Oh.
Never mind that Zynga has a long reputation of ripping off other game companies. It itself hosts titles like Atlas Raider, which Lara Croft might take issue with.
Or The Sims, or Dictionary.
Bang with Friends hasn't commented to Bloomberg, but a company email sent by the startup's founder, Colin Hodge, says the following. We heard the media report that Zynga has filed a trademark infringement claim with respect to the With Friends part of our name. As a technology company, we take intellectual property seriously and will evaluate the case in detail once we receive a copy. Regardless, we continue to be focused on making our users happy so that they can help each other be happy. This is even on Zynga's radar is telling, and by telling, I mean very shitty for Zynga.
This did not have the right.
And in other news, police in Virginia believe they've solved a double homicide case that went cold a few years back after a local rapper was found to have recorded a song in which he allegedly brags about committing the crime. Antoine Twain Goatee Stewart was arrested earlier this month and charged with killing Christopher Horton, 16, and Brian Dean, 20, in a gang-related shooting that occurred in May of 2007 on the front porch of Horton's Newsport News.
What is that guy? MC Longname?
Twain Goatee is his rapper name. 40 years after the case went cold, the News police detective followed a tip from 2 witnesses that led into Stewart's rap song "Ride Out," in which the 22-year-old appears to be boasting about the murder. Horton. This is the song lyrics. Listen, walk to your boy, and I approach him 12 midnight on his trap house porch, and everybody saw when I fucking choked him. But nobody saw when I fucking smoked him, roped him, sharpened up the shank, then I poked him. 357 Smith & Wesson. Scoped him, roped him, had me crack it up, so I joked him. It is Betweezy Fix feet over, told you fucking my money, now roast you. Which is, by the way, the most hilarious thing a white man has done on the show ever. According to me trying to say rap lyrics.
I think I've been funny in that.
White person.
Noodly appendage.
According to WAVY, the song was first ported to Stewart's MySpace page in 2009. It was uploaded to YouTube in 2011, but it's since been removed. Court documents show that detectives believe Stewart shot Horton after the two argued over an unknown matter earlier in the day. At the same time, Stewart and 2 other individuals suspected of being involved in the shooting belonged to a street guy known as Wixzoo, since renamed More Shills, with the E's being 3s, because that's cool. Like, anyone here would do that.
Do what now?
Or turn the E's into 3s to be cool.
Yo, fuck you.
What? Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, by the way, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Adam's at the Lone Walker 1. I'm SteveJones313 and Geek King's at G33K.
The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
KIN. Carrying on with the report.
Yeah, and the Geek King is spelled like that because it's gamer speak.
Paul was actually a member of the rival gang called the Dump Squad.
Stephen.
For his part, Stewart denied the claims, urging his Twitter followers not to believe that BS.
Yeah.
SO, shout out to anyone that's supporting through this BS, the rapper tweeted. Innocent is a fact. Y'all know with love comes hate.
Y'all know what love happens.
Horton's sister, meanwhile, is already convinced of Stewart's guilt. He's basically
Horton did who?
He's basically a murderer in my eyes, she told News 10. The conviction will help. It won't bring my brother back, but it will give some closure that we need right now.
Who?
What do you mean?
Who?
What do you mean?
Who said that?
His sister.
Who?
The murdered, like the victim's sister.
Was called.
The name wasn't given.
Who was the victim then?
Anyway, a dramatic trophy shot.
You better stop making a hot mix of who joke.
A dramatic trophy shot dubbed full of the air by an Australian radio station shows a rural Victorian fisherman fighting his way out of a large shark.
Fuck you!
Sci-fi style.
The hell?
This fellow has decided as a jib to climb inside the shark with a knife, put his hand through the gills of the shark, pretend to be stabbed between its eyes, said 3AW breakfast host John Burns. Apollo Burns, who is a witness to the setup layer hung the photo up at Gippsland's Maytongue Hotel where he works. An American couple have turned up at the Maytongue Hotel to see this photo, Burns recounted, and their immediate response from the wife was, did he survive? Yes, deadpanned the fisherman, who was standing right behind them. So yeah, a guy basically takes a pride photo of him trying to escape a shark. And people believe it. Then those were some... last bit of news. The early Christian church performed gay marriages.
Yeah.
Pope Francis said today that he doesn't care if someone is gay as long as he searches for the Lord in his goodwill. If that doesn't make religious anti-gay bigots mad, tell about this historical fact that the original Christian church of 100 AD actually sacralized the union of people of the same sex. Gay marriage sounds like an ultra-contemporary idea, but almost 20 years ago, a Catholic scholar at Yale shocked the world by publishing a book packed with evidence that same-sex marriages were sanctioned by the early Christian church during an era commonly known as the Dark Ages. John Boswell was a historian and religious Catholic who dedicated much of his scholarly life to studying the late Roman Empire and early Christian church. Poring over the legal and church documents of this era, he discovered something incredible. There were dozens of records of church ceremonies where two men were joined in unions that used the same rituals as heterosexual marriages. He found almost no records of lesbian unions, which is probably not effective a culture which kept more records about the lives of men generally. So there you go. Early Christian churches did all the gay marriage. It's all cool. Well, those are my little bits of news from this week.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that
once again used to
stop trying to stroke my face. He will not stop stroking my face and nobody. The point is, I suggest you all go to www.venganza.org because it is the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Go be touched by the will of his noodly appendage. Geek, I swear to God, stop it now.
You said be touched.
Not by you, by his noodly appendage of the Flying Spaghetti.
I don't need the appendage.
No. Steven, get this. You can be. They call themselves Pastafarians, and you can become a Pastafarian minister for just $20.
But I like being an evil lord.
I'm already a reverend in the Church of Life.
Pastafarian. I'm going to become a Pastafarian minister.
I have a couple of things to say, entertainment if you will. Once Funk is finished with his sexiness.
I want to tell you about the rules and the dogmas of Pastafarianism.
I give you queer for life and queer right for straight, but right.
I meant the episode.
Here is the Pastafarian dogmas. Pirates, the original Pastafarians, were peaceful explorers, and it was due to Christian misinformation that they have an image of outcast criminals.
I like to point out, by the way, that the only fan that's real, at some point in the show, got turned around to not be facing me anymore.
Why do you think I'm lying down like this?
We are fond of
He fucking moved as if faces him. I was lying down like gets me.
We are fond of beer. Every Friday is a religious holiday. We don't take ourselves too seriously, and we embrace contradictions. What is the other
What's
thing?
the telescope's not working so well?
That's a bin liner.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get the prayer for you now because.
Oh, good.
There's a prayer.
Yeah.
Please forget, Monster. I'll let it so that when I'm doing my news, these two will shut the fuck up.
Most prayers begin in a room with bristles in their head.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
There's
no deity more powerful enough to do that.
I'm going to go on Google and I'm going to get this prayer for you because I believe.
How did you hear about this?
I remember seeing.
It's about a crazy religion thing. Adam's obviously heard of it.
Yeah, I'm like I know.
I love
that. Excuse me. I seem to have got an itch on my leg.
I'll get it.
No, you'll tickle me, and I will want to kill you. Whoa! Now you get off me. God's sake, geek.
I turned the Twitter off, boss. I did good.
Doop, boop, boop. What is it that I will remind people to do to check out shouttheshow.com. Shouttheshow.com is where you can find an archive of all our episodes. You can also find any post that we like, which includes at the moment cosplays, any random news we think is either random and crazy enough to share, or
what the fuck is that?
Or Jesus Christ, that needs to be shared. It's known as what the fuck news. Like I said, it could go anywhere from being very serious to just being absolutely crazy.
Okay, Geek and Stephen, I would like you to help me joining hands. Okay, like me and Geek will do it, and I'll post a picture of this on the channel.
How the fuck do you?
This.
Oh yeah, that's
you do this. You do this. And you see.
Oh, hang on. If we're gonna fucking do this properly, I might as well record it and put it on show.
Like that?
I'll grab a shirt.
Like that?
Because I'm sitting here all semi-naked. Yeah.
No wonder Geek's, completely enthralled
Why
with you.
he's stroking my shoulders.
Bye!
Ah!
Bye.
My head! My actual head! My skull! The one with the face on it. He's rubbing his nipples.
Thou doth protest too much.
He's rubbing his nipples.
Stop rubbing your nipples.
Right, I'm gonna quickly...
Stop rubbing your nipples.
Stop rubbing my nipples.
Big ones. Right. Alright,
I'm naked.
So now I'm actually recording whilst doing the podcast.
Right, here we
So
go. Right.
Here we go. So
Join us.
this is known as the what?
This is the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
The Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Is this the prayer of?
Yeah, it's the Pastafarian prayer.
This is the Pastafarian prayer as performed by the Lone Walker One
I give it.
and
We
Geek King.
begin like this.
Let me scroll back a bit.
We begin like this. As we say, truly, this be the way we Pastafarians must busy our hands when we pray.
Truly, this be the way our Pastafarians
must busy our hands
when pray.
The more fervent our prayers, the more wiggly must our noodle fingers be.
The more fervent our prayers, the more wiggly our noodle fingers must be.
Raw men.
In the name of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
In the name of spaghetti.
So there you go. That is the Pastafarian prayer.
Ah! I got slapped in the face!
To the moon, Alice!
Ah! Ah! Come on! Ah! Ah, my scalp! Ah!
Yeah. So like I said, check out shouttheshow.com. And like I said, submit anything you like. Submit anything you like. If you basically find the photos you like.
I bring you some more. I bring you the wiki for the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Well, if you bear with me, if you like, if you see any news articles you think we should check out, or anything cosplays, anything interesting, send it to us. Basically, go to shouttheshow.com/submit.
Okay, now the religion. The Flying Spaghetti Monster is the sole deity in the monotheistic religion known as Flying Spaghetti Monsterism.
What's a stick religion?
Sole deity in the monotheistic.
One God.
It has widely been accepted that this is the one and only true religion, just as the Flying Spaghetti Monster is the true creator and overseer. But the Flying Spaghetti Monster is not a jealous deity. He doesn't...
But can I just read the address of the website so that people get the link?
Yeah.
Unencyclopedia.wikia.com.
It'll be in the description of the video.
/flying_spaghetti_monster. So the Unencyclopedia, that most reliable sources.
It is widely been... Flying Spaghetti Monster is not a jealous deity. He doesn't punish the worship of other false gods, but he really wishes he would get some sense and worship him, so he could spend eternity in heaven near the strip factory and be a volcano. According to tradition, the Flying Spaghetti Monster will inspire only those who regularly feast upon the sacred meal of mead and undercooked spaghetti. Apparently, he first appeared to the prophet Moses in this way. Like the Bible, most of the FSM law was passed from generation to generation, much like the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid. This was, of course, only until it codified in 1492. The religion's first three most important religious figures have texts on their life: Mosi, Ragu, and Ishmaeli Katawumba. The last two actually having written down their message, Mosi having died before transcribing his. Ragu himself penned many of the religion's prayers, which are still in use today, while Ishmaeli Kamwundra wrote most of FSM, most lawful and theological works, many of which complicated the most wonderful divinity of the flying spaghetti monster. According to the sacred creed of the First United Church, much like the trickster god of Christianity, the FSM also deceives the scientific world. It's possible only because the FSM is the only all-powerful being, and only all-powerful gods can change laboratory results unbeknownst to their finders.
Yes, Keith.
I feel stupid.
It's alright. We all are.
I feel a bit stupid for hearing all this.
The FSM must in fact exist, bearing in mind that his ways are mysterious and there are numerous tests that explain why.
Listen to a Kelly promo.
Yeah. Mosi was the first person to learn of his holy nudeliness. He was the heroic pirate Captain Mosi of the good ship Lasagna. Born in Phoenicia.
That was coincidental.
Born in Phoenicia, Mosi was the son of a sea cook who was killed one day at sea by the vicious pirate king Black Hook. When Mosi learned of the death of his father, he built himself a raft and attempted to go after Black Hook himself. However, he came ashore on an island, often frequented by the pirate king's crew, and was caught off guard. After being taken hostage, Black Hook fed him a dinner of undercooked noodles with mead, sending Mosi in a delirious stupor. After first seeing visions of elephants, strippers, and midgets, Mosi finally saw an image he would never forget: a giant monster made of spaghetti floating above a starry sky. So I say, the monster approached Mosi and said to him, "Do not be afraid. I am your god."
At which point he went,
Ragu, the great prophet, the one true heir to the prophet Mosi, was born in the port city of Cyrene to a local farmer, who raised him to follow in his footsteps. Ragu, however, could not function in normal society, being plagued with epileptic fits that constantly ostracized him. At the age of 10, Ragu was a part of a miracle performed by the pirate Mosi, who had just arrived in Cyrene and was preaching the good news of the flying spaghetti monster.
so he just Mosi on down.
Yeah. As a sign, Mosi touched the boy's head with some wet noodles that had been dipped in sauce, blessed by the FSM.
Okay, I've learned my lesson. No more Comic-Con stuff.
Ragu's epilepsy never returned. You broken, Stephen. He soon became a devout follower of the pirate, inspiring people to rise up against the pirate king Black Hook when next he came to Cyrene. At nearly all of the religious greatest movements, Ragu was there when Mosi went up to the top of Mount Salsa to receive the word of the FSM. Ragu was there, keeping the people calm with words of wisdom. And, that's as far as it really goes. We've killed Geek.
You killed me, you idiot.
You've killed me.
And there is actually an artist depiction of the
Depiction
of the SSM appearing to Ragu. Now, this will blow your minds. It's a really old picture. It's from hundreds of years ago, and this is what it is. And I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
It's a picture of Mr. T.
It's skipped down.
So, you're believing in an article, right?
Now,
That Mr. T put in.
No, is it?
I know what you're thinking. He looks too old in this picture, but the only contradiction there is of him looking too old, it turns out this was actually depicted of his later years when he was describing the story.
Why is the spaghetti look as if it's cheese on fucking mash on jack and tea?
I assure you that is spaghetti with meatballs.
Have we had that image verified? Because
yes.
Also, that article looks as if it was written by a man pretending to be Mr. T.
Mr. T says this image is in public domain, use for whatever you want, fool. And it was actually it's been verified as the one true picture of Ragu. And
well, Geek, bring us out to news, but try not to.
No, I've got that.
Yeah, no, right. I think we should,
the guy who plays Kick-Ass is said to be playing Quicksilver in the next Avengers. Yeah. Bryan Singer's put up more stuff. If you search YouTube for Trask Industries Interesting Interesties is a really good video showing you the first previews of the Sentinels for the new X-Men film.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling might be playing Luke Skywalker's son in the next Star Wars, and Zac Efron might be playing one half of the twins that Leia and Han have. So yeah. Other than that, nothing.
I actually think this is a good place to stop for this week.
You have all been touched by his noodly appendage!
What I think, obviously, next week,
I'm sorry, I've been lying to you all, I'm sorry. I am a follower of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm sorry,
But
I didn't
anyway,
mean to lie to you all.
why did I have to do
Next week, I will bring you the law of Cthulhuism, and I'll read from that wiki page.
Next week, we've got the quiz.
And Cthulhu.
The week after that, actually, next week we'll be doing the top 10s. You suggested to us.
the quiz?
Yeah, I'm hopefully going to get a 30-day challenge started on Tumblr. I am already a day behind, so I need to catch up. Save a total markout. We've got a 30-day challenge.
Not.
I am on total markout.
It's the first.
It's
Yeah,
the
so I
final.
haven't posted anything up today,
It's the first. So yeah, yes, that's good.
so I'm a day behind already.
I just posted tonight. Never fucking done that.
I haven't done any of the artwork yet.
It doesn't take long.
But anyway, it fucking does. Anyway,
Thank you.
shut your face. Anyway, so let's call it quits for this week. Once again, thank you very much to The Lone Walker 1, who you can find on Tumblr at thelonewalker1.tumblr.com and on Twitter at thelonewalker1. Also on ask.fm/thelonewalker1. And of course for Geek King, slightly different, so please do pay attention. On Tumblr, it is g33kking.tumblr.com. On Twitter, it is g33k_king. And on Ask, it is g33kking. So me, it's the same pretty much on all platforms. SteveJones313, that's SteveJones number 3, number 1, number 3. .tumblr.com, .deviant.com. Twitter, it's at SteveJones313. And Ask, of course, that's .fm/SteveJones313.
Yeah.
You're a demon, don't you?
I
He
do,
does.
but I very rarely use it these days. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm updating mine at the moment. However, until next week, where we shall have the shout quiz and some top 10s and other cool stuff to explore, it's goodbye from Adam.
Goodbye!
Goodbye from Geek.
I hate noodles.
And goodbye from myself. And we will see
Especially
you next week.
especially noodle deities.
Touch my
And we will-
noodly appendage!
And we will see you next week on the weekly
Noodly appendage!
discussion show. #.
Noodly appendages!